Salve! Welcome to Sri Lanka. Today we are talking about the southern coast. And I am by no means an expert on this place, but I have traveled quite a bit, so I've learned a lot. And I just want to share some things with you. Hopefully they can act as tips and maybe some advice if you're thinking about coming here and help you plan your trip a little bit. So with that being said, let's get into it.
We're teaching him how to play the ukulele right now.
So it's okay to touch, yeah? But he bites? He bites.
Sri Lanka is such a beautiful place. It's so peaceful, the locals are so nice. It's paradise.
Okay, let's just quickly talk about the seasons and the weather here. So if you read any blogs about Sri Lanka, a lot of articles will claim that the best time to visit Sri Lanka is from December to March. And that's because during these months, it's known as the dry season, which is nice because it doesn't rain as much, typically, but that also means it's peak season. So there will be more people here. So it's kind of just depending on what you want. Even if you come here during what's known as the monsoon season from May to September, it'll still be nice. It may rain more, but it's still a tropical paradise, and there's probably gonna be less people here and prices are a bit cheaper. So just some things to consider. Alternatively, from the months of about April to September, while it may be the monsoon season down south, it is the dry season on the east coast. So places like Trincomalee and Aragon Bay are beautiful beach towns that are really nice to visit. So if you want to come during those months, maybe check those places out on the east coast. Real quick, just want to talk about the pricing of accommodation. So on the lower end, where you might find your cheaper hostels, average about, I would say, $10 a night. You could find some for cheaper, you could definitely find some for more expensive, but that's the average you're looking at. For a guest house, you could probably find a private room for about $15 to $20 a night. That's your average. You could definitely find some that are a little bit more expensive. When it comes to the cheaper ones, expect a little bit more basic accommodation. You might not have hot water, you might not have strong Wi-Fi, you might not have AC, but that's what you're paying for. If you want those things, make sure to look that they're listed in what they have available. Typically, they might be a little bit more expensive, but if that's what you're looking for, that's what you'll get. On Airbnb, prices range a lot. You can find things as cheap as $15, or you can find things that are a few $100s. So again, just depends on what you want. There's something for everybody out here. It's amazing. Okay, so now let's get into the locations, the specific towns and areas that I recommend you visit. So we're gonna start in the west and then go all the way along the coast to the east. So starting in the west, we have Galle. Galle is a major port. This is where a lot of trading used to happen, but what this area is known for is Galle Fort. This is a Portuguese fort that was built hundreds of years ago, and inside the fort is a walled city, and it's really nice. You can go around there, you can walk around, you can spend a couple hours shopping or going to different restaurants and just enjoying the atmosphere around there. It's a really unique place because it has Asian culture. Obviously, you know, we're in Asia, but it has a lot of European influence. This city was essentially built by the Portuguese. So as you go around there, you might notice the architecture is a little different than what you might typically find in Asian countries, but it's really interesting. It's a nice place to go walk around and enjoy the scenery. Just a little bit east of Galle is a town called Unawatuna. In that area is a really cool place that I've been to called Jungle Beach. This is one of the only beaches along the coast that actually has a dense jungle right on it. You can go swimming actually in the water. There's some great snorkeling spots. So bring a snorkeling mask if you want to go look at some fish and some marine life. And one of my favorite things to do here is just walk around. There are trails that go through this dense jungle, and you can find some cool viewpoints and just spend an afternoon hanging out here. Here it is, we found it. See that? That's the shipwreck. Look at that, all wrecked and shipped. Wow, this is nice. All right, next up we have Weligama, and this is probably one of the best places to learn how to surf. All right, so we're walking down the beach here in Weligama, and we met this guy named Lichi, and he gave us all the information about surfboards. If you come here, standard price is $250 for an hour to rent a surfboard. But if you want a talented professional surfer like him to come in the water and help you learn how to surf, it costs $2,000, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. And when's the best time to surf?
Evening. Evening you come on 3:30 or 4 o'clock.
3:30, 4 o'clock, best time. In the morning as well?
Morning and 6 open.
6 o'clock?
Yeah, open. And we come at 8, 8:30.
8:30 in the morning? Alright, cool. So evening, morning sessions, best time for surfing. And this is the best beach to learn how to surf right here. The waves are very calm, but enough so you can surf them. So Weligama, place to learn how to surf.
Thank you.
If you're a little bit more advanced surfing, you might want to check out a place called Midigama, really close to Weligama. I've heard there's some nice surf spots there for people that are a little bit more advanced, so if that's you, check that out. Also, if you go to Midigama, I would highly recommend going to this hostel called Surfing Wombats. Even if you don't stay there, the owner, she's Italian, and she trained their staff to make such incredible, delicious pizza. I was not expecting to come to Sri Lanka and have such good pizza, but they have a real pizza oven there, and they make pizza and calzones. Oh, sorry, calzone.
Calzone. Very important. Molto importante.
Anyway, it is super delicious, so check that out if you're in the area. Next up, we have the town of Marissa. Not Marissa, Mirissa. This town is most known for the stunning beach right along the main road. White sand beach, crystal clear water, restaurants right there with the typical beach chairs so you can go, relax. Surfing here is not that popular, the waves aren't as big, so you don't go surfing, but this place is more of the chill, tourist, relaxed place. And the town of Marissa is actually more known for like a backpacker hub. So a lot of backpackers come here. There are a bunch of hostels, a lot of different styles of accommodation here, ranging from cheaper hostels to more expensive hotels. So you find a wide variety of accommodation here, as well as restaurants. There's plenty of places to eat, and a lot more that are opening now. So this place is developing rather quickly. I can foresee this place becoming very, very popular in the future. So I would suggest coming here sooner rather than later before this place, I don't know, potentially turns into something a little bit more commercialized. As I mentioned, Marissa Beach is the super popular beach, but if you're looking for a more reserved beach, there's a place called Secret Beach. Shh, I didn't tell you this, but it's a secret. No, I don't think it's that much of a secret. It's just more reserved. It's a little bit harder to get to. The road, it's not directly on the main road like Marissa Beach. You have to actually take a road that is not really paved very well, so it's more of an adventure to get there.
These roads are so bad. Look at that.
But the beach is absolutely beautiful. There is a little bar there that you can order food and drinks, and you could also go snorkeling over there. They have places you can rent some snorkeling masks, so nice beach. I was just there, and it's really cool. Another place that's really close to Marissa is called Medina, which is right before the big town of Matara. Matara is like a hub of the south. It's actually the southernmost point in Sri Lanka. There's actually a bus terminal there, so you can take a bus from Colombo straight to Matara. Matara? Matara. I don't know actually how to pronounce that, but let's just go with Matara. But Medina is about a 10-minute drive away from Marissa, and it's just a little bit more calm, relaxing, and not as many tourists. It's more of like a local town with a bunch of guest houses that you can stay at. Also in that area is a place called Doctor's House. This place is super cool, and right now we're sitting in a boat. There's even a little croquet area over here, and apparently I think twice a week they have parties here. But right now it's also just a restaurant, really chill bar area, but the vibe here is so cool. And we just ordered a pizza, so I'm looking forward to eating that. This is a really cool place. I like the atmosphere there, so if you're in the area, check out Doctor's House. And if you're in this area during the day, just down the road, you'll find a place called Palhena Beach. And if you like to swim with turtles, this is the place to do it. You could rent a snorkel from a local guy on the beach for about 400 rupees. You could pay a little extra for a personal guide, or just go out and swim yourself. It's really not very deep, and the turtles come pretty close to the shore. And it should go without saying, but please don't touch the turtles. So continuing down the coast, we have one of my favorite places in Sri Lanka called Cadia. This beach is incredible. It's just a nice little cove, and the waves there are really consistent, so it's really popular for surfing. There's an area that is great for beginners who want to learn how to surf, and there's also an area for more advanced surfers. So depending on what your level of surfing is, there's a place for you. It doesn't matter. You could rent a board on the beach for 500 rupees. That's a set price. Everybody sells it for the same amount. Doesn't matter where you go, which is really cool. Such a beautiful location. I love Hirakatia. And right around the corner, so Hirakatia is like a little cove, and then right around the corner, if you walk or drive around the street, you'll come to Dikwela Beach, and right on Dikwela Beach is one of my favorite places to stay called Verse Collective. This is a hostel, it is a co-working space, it's a cafe with delicious food, it's an all-around amazing place, the owners are super friendly, and it's just such a great vibe there. And it's in such a beautiful location right on this beach, so nice. I love that spot. I've been there twice. I'll definitely be going back if I'm in that area, but yeah, Verse Collective, check it out if you're in that area. Also, my friend Tal from the Traveling Clat made a whole travel guide just on Hirakatia, so if you want to see that, I'll leave a link in the description. Check it out. Alright, going further down the coast, the next place that I loved was a place called Conga, which is way more quiet than everywhere else I've mentioned so far. There is a long, like 3-mile long, pristine white beach that is super quiet and just no one's there. It's so nice. Very relaxing. No one there on the beach trying to sell you anything. It's not very busy at all. So that is more of a private, potentially romantic getaway if you're traveling as a couple. Could be a cool place to visit. By the way, I've made videos from every one of these locations, so if you want more information about any of these towns that I mentioned, links, as always, in the description, so go check that out if you want to see more in-depth information about a specific place, like whichever one you connect with the most, or all of them if you want to visit everywhere. Check it out, more information in more extended details. Okay, the final place I want to talk about in this video along the southern coast of Sri Lanka is Yala National Park. So across the entire country of Sri Lanka, there are many national parks, but Yala is unique because of the fact that it is on the coast. There's a beach at a national park. You can go on safari and see elephants and leopards and bears and all these beautiful animals. And then you can drive to the beach. It's crazy. You ever seen an elephant on the beach? I've actually never seen that. The elephants weren't on the beach when I was there, but it's just unique to have the beach at the national park. And as I mentioned, you can go on safari there. There are so many companies that offer safari tours. In terms of places to stay, I visited 2 places in Yala. One was called Leopard Corridor, which is the closest bungalow to the entrance of the national park. So you are like basically in the national park when you're staying there. You feel like you're just in the wild. It's so nice. The accommodation is very nice. The staff is super friendly. They cook delicious food there. I really enjoyed my stay there. On a previous trip, I also stayed at a place called Wild Lotus Villa. So there's a kitchen right here, and there's stairs leading up to upstairs, and there's a slide.
Yeah, perfect.
Again, oh, so nice, so comfortable, great for a family. It's just a private villa in such a beautiful area, and the family that runs this place is so friendly, so nice. So there are a couple options for you. Look into it. Again, as always, you know where the links are down below. Now I just want to touch on transportation here, because you got to get around, right? Traveling from place to place, you need transportation, and for me, the best way to travel around this country by far is in a tuk-tuk. This is a 3-wheel vehicle, and there's a company here in Sri Lanka called tuktukrental.com that makes it super easy and convenient for foreigners to rent and drive their own tuk-tuks. So that's actually the only way I've traveled around Sri Lanka. I've never taken a bus, I've never taken a train. Actually, sorry, I have taken a train once, but for the most part, I've been traveling in a tuk-tuk. Super convenient and super fun just to drive yourself around. If you want to see how much it costs, it will range depending on how long you want to rent for. Typically, the longer you rent a tuk-tuk, the cheaper it gets. So go to tuktukrental.com and you can use the code SteveYalo for a little discount. So go check it out. But if you're not looking to drive yourself around, there are tons of buses to get you around. You can take private vans. Depending where you are, prices will range. So as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, these are just some of the places that I visited. There are still more places to discover and so many adventures to go on. Just getting here is the goal of this video. I just want to bring you here. Once you're here, you'll find so many incredible things to do. You don't need to plan every single detail. That's something I like to encourage people not to do. You know, when you travel, leave it open to be flexible. So if you come up with an interesting opportunity, go do it. Or if you want to change your itinerary and change your schedule in the middle of your trip, be okay with it. Be open to change. Travel is not made to be very strict. Travel is just to get you out there, experience the world, learn about different cultures, and ultimately open your mind, have a good time. Another important piece I want to touch on is the fact that everything I've been mentioning is about the current state of these towns and Sri Lanka in general. Because I believe as tourism grows, there'll be a lot of developments here and things may change. So I would suggest, if you have the opportunity, come here sooner rather than later, because things may get overpopular. You know, that's what happens with tourism. It's the unfortunate truth. Hopefully Sri Lanka will be able to handle the growth, because I'm very confident that tourism is going to skyrocket over the next 10 years. And I just really hope that this country is able to sustain this. So with that being said, please do your part to keep this country clean. You are a visitor. Leave no trace other than your footprints. Take no, what is it? What's that stupid thing? Take nothing but photos and leave nothing but footprints. But seriously, keep this place clean. If you have trash, take it with you. Dispose of it properly. Try not to get plastic as much as possible. If you travel, come with your own reusable water bottle. There's plenty of places to refill it. And just be conscious of what you're doing. Don't leave garbage anywhere. That's just should be obvious. But this place is amazing. Let's keep it that way, please. All right. I hope you enjoyed this video. If it did help, please leave a like. And if you're not already, subscribe, because I make tons more of these videos all around the world. I also make vlogs, so you can come join these adventures. Again, I made videos about every one of these specific locations. So if you want more information, or you just want to come join the adventures, check it out. Go through my videos, enjoy more. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.